Hi, I'm Don, and this is The Hobbyist Geek. Welcome back, y'all. Today we are continuing our Ginzan Onsen book Nook by Anavrin, and last time around we got to this stage, finishing off all of the electrical work, and of course we did all the mechanical stuff in part 1. So today we're going to start work on the decorative. Now the goal for this video is to finish the 2 bathhouses, and we'll see where time is. If there's enough time in the day, maybe we'll start work on the restaurant and the finishing touches. If not, we'll stop with the bathhouses and we'll make another video to finish this thing off. But for now, let's say we get in here and we start building. All right, first step's fairly easy. You want to pull out 6 of these little pieces here. These are part 267. And we're going to start with part 190 here. What we're going to do is we're going to take this window glass here. There is a brown backing on it. Make sure you take that backing off so that the light can bleed through. You're going to want to line it up so that you've got the 4 holes here, and we're going to use 2 of these to hold it in place. Look at that. Nice. Now we've got part 196, and you can see they are only decorated on one side, so you got to make sure that they look opposite, even though they're both the same name. Make sure that you've got them facing opposite directions. And then we've got more window glass, and these are going to be attached the same way as the last ones. As you can see, they are slightly different. There's 2 of each of these. Now I've chosen to put different ones in, even though the instructions show like both of these in this side. So I'm assuming that both of these would go to the other bathhouse, but I'm going to do a little play here and make it opposites. And basically what's going to happen is we're going to line this up like that, and we're going to use more of those 267s to hold it in place. And look at that, that's beautiful. Now we're going to do the same thing for the other side. All right, there we go. Gorgeous. Now we're going to bring this back out. And basically what's going to happen is these 3 tabs here are going to go in those 3 holes. And this is going to slide through that groove. Just like that. There you go. We are on our way. Moving on. All right, next up, we've got, well, the instructions say this is part 139. It is not. This is, on the board anyway, it's 138B. But that is the correct part. I've triple checked. We've got another piece of window glass here. Made it different from the one we put in here. There are, again, 2 variations, and each of them have 2 pieces, I'm guessing, for each bathhouse. So I'm going to use the variation here. And like before, we're going to put this puppy in, and we're going to use part 267 on either side to hold it in place. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Now we're going to bring out this assembly. We got 3 tabs, we got 3 notches. Guess where everything's going to go? By the way, if you want, there's also part 188 here. It's got some notches on it. Those notches are going to be facing outward, and these little tabs will plug in here. You probably should do this first. There we go. Now we'll plug this thing in. All right, look at that. Now we're gonna take part 188 here. It's this tiny little thing. It's basically just gonna shove in there. And another one on the other side. These are kind of a loose fit. You may want to glue these. And then we've got part 236, which will come down the front end. Just like that, to create the balcony. How cool. All right, y'all, time for our next little bit of flair here. We're gonna start with 154, and there are two of these. They're only painted on one side. Make sure it's this one, where if this larger bit is facing down, then the long side is over here. So we're gonna start with that. And we've got part 232 here. And this little hook is gonna go towards the front. So I'm gonna pop this thing in like this. So it looks like this, okay? Now, we're gonna take part 245, and that's gonna slide into this little slot here. And it's got two tabs, which will attach it. Boom. Look at that beauty. And now we've got 244. Now 244 is gonna go basically hang right here. So definitely gonna need some glue for this one. All right, should look a little something like that when you are done. Okay, here's where things are gonna get a little fun. Basically, all three of these pieces here are called 142. All three of them. And you're gonna wanna take these and glue them here, and it's gotta be so perfect that they'll stick into those little holes there. So I am going to try this a little different way. What I'm going to do, put these tabs in first so they're lined up right. I'm going to put some glue on here, and then I will bring this and place it on top, let it dry, and then we will pull it off and continue the build. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. Now we can come back here, and this will go into these two slots, just like that. All right. Next up, we're going to take part 235 here, and that's going to attach right here on the edge like this. And it's a little unstable, so I'm going to see about getting some glue in there. All right. Now we've got two of these part 224s. And you can see there's a little hook here. That hook is going to go over the last part we just did, just like this. And probably a good idea to glue that in as well. All right, look at that. Last but not least, we got two more pieces of fence here. Looks like a little sanding is in order. We got part 231 and 230. 230 will go on the short end, just like this. 231 on the long end. And again, some glues probably in order here. And there you go, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And now we've got these 4 tabs that'll go in there, and we've got these tabs here which will come along the bottom here. So let's see what we can do by getting those in. And look at that. The front end is looking spectacular. And we're not even close to done. All right, next little bit of flair. We've got part 251 here. We got 2 parts 144. I'll just go right in here. Just like that. 2 part 187. By the way, these 144s are not listed as 144. I think they're listed as 124, if I remember right. But again, another mistake. At this point, I'm not even shocked. But we get the 187s on there, so we've got this. We got 143. No, 143 is the one that's right. 143 is the one that was labeled wrong on the board. This was listed as 142. 143. Oh. We'll go on here, just like that. And we're going to follow it up with this, which is 150, but they did not list the number, and the printing on it is backwards compared to what's in the manual. So that's a little weird too. But that can go on here like this. Yeah. Definitely gonna need some glue to hold that on though. All right. When all is said and done, it should look like this. You got 2 tabs on the back. And right here and here are where the posts are, or the holes are for this. So, let's see. Beautiful. All right, this next bit I know is gonna come as a shock to you, but the instructions are screwed up again. All right, this piece here is listed as 195 in the instructions. It's actually 195A. This is listed as 137 in the instructions. It's actually 237. You'll notice there's a little bit of an opening on this end. Okay, make sure that opening faces the right. And it's gonna glue on just like this, okay? All right, and with that together, it's actually gonna go into these 2 holes right there. Should line up pretty much perfectly. All right, look at that, look at that. Next. All right, now for a little more decoration here. We have part 264 and 263. There are actually a variety of images available in these sizes. I'm not sure that it matters which one you use. For now, I've chosen the ones that are actually in the instructions. Well, there you go. Now we're gonna glue them all the way down in the balcony here. Basically like that. And then this one will glue onto the front side. So let me go ahead and get those in. And that should look like that. Quite nice. Now the fun begins. Okay, so this is part 256. This is 165A. This is labeled correctly. This has 4 different variants, and 2 of them have these little cutouts. Here's one with a cutout. Do not use one of the ones with the cutouts, okay? You want the flat end. Now basically, first thing we're gonna do is glue them together like this. So glue the corner together. The alternate way of doing this would be to glue this one in first. Okay, so that'll come in basically like so, and you want to kind of line it up. That's the alternate way of doing this. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to glue this one in first. Okay, the objective, of course, is to kind of line up this little extra bit here with these to the best of your ability, as well as lining it up on the edge. And then we will glue this end and cover up the edge precisely, and then bring it straight back. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Things are coming along beautifully. Now we're going to take 2 of these 197s here, and you can see there's a skinny post and a fat post. Fat post goes in so that the angle is sloped downward right here, and same for the second one right next to it. There you go. Oh man, this thing is coming along nicely. All right, y'all. Everything we did on this side with the balcony, the pictures and everything, we got to do on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that, and I will be right back. All righty, look at that. This is certainly coming along. All right, time to put a few more finishing touches on this before we can move on to the next bit. First things first, we've got 3 more of these 197s. They're gonna go here, here, and here. All right, just like that. Now we're gonna go align the bottom. Now we've got 2 of these 258s. Those, I'm gonna line these edges, just like this. Then we've got 262 and 259, and those are gonna line up here. So, should be awesome when it's done. All right, well, guess what? I got these on only to realize that once again, the instructions have screwed me over, and there is another piece that goes in here, and there's no numbers. I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna try and find it. And I'm gonna keep building for now, but just to show you what I mean, right here the door is clear, and now there's this wooden gate barricade looking thing, and there's no number, there's nothing associated with it. I have no idea where it comes from. I can't seem to locate it. I'll keep looking, but for now, let's go ahead and finish this bit. All right, look at that. Time for some roof bits. All right, I'm gonna kick things off here with, there we go, 183 here. That'll go on right here. I'm gonna go ahead and glue these on. Okay, following around, we've got 175, then we'll go to 176, and finally 184 to go all the way around. Look at that. That looks gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. Now, we've got these two pictures here. These are both listed as 118, and they're gonna go up here in either corner. And there it is. All right. Now, I'm gonna have to repeat everything we've done to build this in what they call symmetry. I'm guessing that means mirror image. I don't know for sure, but I will find out. But before I do that, I'm gonna give one more go at trying to find that gate. I can't believe it, y'all. I actually found it. For reference, this is part 192, but holy crap. Why hide it so much? I don't get it. Man, these instructions suck. All right, let's see here. So basically this is just gonna slide on here. There's simply not a lot of space for glue, but we'll get it in. We will get it in. All right. And there it is, finally. Wow. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and recreate all of this for the other side, and I will be back as soon as I'm done. Alrighty, y'all. So here we have two bathhouses. However, in building the second one, something came to my attention that I didn't catch on the first go, and I'm kind of screwed at this point. But it's actually a little upsetting. You see, on the back side, there's this internal support piece, but it does creep up here. So it's only finished on one side, but notice the cutout here, okay? I think that's supposed to line up with the door, but it doesn't. And when I went back and checked, I've got the same problem here. So we've got these two pieces. Now this is the first one I built, and this is 190, and this is 191, okay? And when I built it, it specifically said this part needs to go here and this one for the reverse. So again, the instructions had something mislabeled, which has caused a problem. And in this case, I didn't even catch it until it's way too late to fix it. How that's going to impact the lighting situation, I don't know yet. Obviously, we won't know until everything's all together, but again, why? Why have an error like that in the instructions that leads to such a big problem? Now, I'm gonna, it's upsetting, but I'm not horribly upset because let's face it, the lighting effect, this is not a night light. The lighting effect here is really only gonna be used to show off for me. But the fact that it is so expensive and it's such clumsy errors in the instructions that lead to these problems, that's an issue for me. But that said, the front end here is very beautiful. This is the left, this is the right, and we can move on. All right, y'all. For the next section, we're gonna start building the left and right bathhouses in tandem. They're pretty much the same on the way they're going to be assembled. There are a few differences, which of course we'll point out. But for the most part, it looks like they're mostly the same. However, once again, missing bits in the instructions, which I will get into as we get to each piece. To kick things off, this is left, this is right. This is part 250, and you can see it's got this little overhang here, which actually makes sense for the left because if you take a look at the base, the left comes out further than the right, so at least that makes sense. So I'm gonna build one and then I'll zip through the other, pointing out any differences. But we're gonna kick things off really with, you know what, let's do this. These are part 136 right here. And you got two of them. Hello. Oh. All right. These are, this little centerpiece is not equidistant, so there's a very specific way to get it in. There you go. That fits. Make sure the green is facing out, of course. All right, and with those in place, we'll take this. This is part 135. Now, I assume it's part 135 because once again, the instructions don't specify. So it's just a piece that goes in the instructions. This is 137, and that's going to go in. There's two tabs on the bottom, and then the rest will affix to the 136s we just put in. So you get something that looks like this. Now we've got two 140s, or excuse me, two 240s, that's what these are, and a 242. Now the good thing is these are painted on both sides. Bad news is, as you can see, a lot of the damage coming off is on the side that doesn't have the numbers. Let's see, this is going to end up covering it. I want to see how the numbers come through. All right, you can kind of see the numbers a little bit through there, but you really got to look for them. So I'm just going to use the side that's got the numbers. You can make your own choices, but this, it says we want to glue these in. So we'll start with the 240s. There are two tabs. Make sure these slots here are facing out like this. So let's do that. All right, and with those in place, we can take 242, and that's basically going to slot right in the front. So it should look something like that when you're done. It's possible, yeah, that this can come loose very easily, as mine just did. So I'm going to apply a little glue on the back side here to attach it as well. All right, that looks pretty nice. Now comes the scariest part of this. These pieces are completely unlabeled, and there are two over here, and they're basically mirror images of each other. So all four pieces are completely different. I'm guessing as to which goes where, and given the shapes, I'm thinking this is going to be critical, so I really hope I got this right. For the left bathhouse, I'm using 71A and 70B. For the right, I'm using 70A and 71B. So Fingers crossed I got it right. For this one that's got the little hook in there, it's gonna go in like this. All right, that is a nice tight fit. I don't think any glue is gonna be required there. And for this one, on the other side, make sure that basically if you split it down the middle or close to the middle, you've got one side that's got 2 posts here and one that's got 1. Make sure the 2 posts are facing downward and the finished part is facing out. So it looks like that. And to finish off this little bit, basically we're going to take part 141 and 2 of these 140s, and 141 is going to go and get glued on right here, and the 140s will be on the edge, just like this. All right, and that is what you get in the end. And now we repeat all of that for the right bathhouse. All right, there we go. Time for the next step. Alrighty, y'all. So here are the parts we have for the next section of the left and right bathhouse. And once again, instruction confusion. These 2 pieces here are clearly different, and yet they are both listed as 88B in the instructions. They're actually 88A and B in the sprue. So I'm going based off of the cutout on the sides here to determine which is which. Seriously hope this is correct. I'm going to start with the left bathhouse as before, and we're going to take 2 of these little pieces. These are 227, and those are basically going to go in here, just like this, just like that. Now this is a little bit of a differentiation. This is 228. For the right bathhouse, it is 229, and there is a bit of a difference there. So make sure we have the right one. It's going to go right in here, just like that. Okay. Then we're going to take part 239 here, and we're going to glue this puppy in. So basically it's just going to go right in here and kind of line up like this. Okay, but we're gonna have to glue that puppy in, so let's get a little glue in there. All right, look at that. That looks pretty cool. All right, with that in place, I'm gonna take 2 of these. This is 198. Those are going to go in here, just like that. And we're going to follow it up with 201, just like that. And we've got 199, and this one is going to get glued in just like this. Look at that. Then we're going to follow that up with 179. It's just going to slide on here. Next up, we've got 200, and that is going to be glued right over that hole there. Look at that. All right, now we've got 4 of these 193s. And they're gonna go over all 4 of those square holes at the top, just like this. Again, we're gonna need a little bit of glue. We'll get it right in there. Look at that. All 4 of those are in. And last but not least, we got 5 of these 246s. We're gonna go in those 5 holes across the top. Just gonna slide in just like that. And there you go. This bit is complete. So now we just repeat all of that for here. And there you go. These 2 are done. Alrighty, home stretch. Once again, no part number here, so these are 139. I think that's the right part number. It certainly looks like it, hopefully so. Then we have 4 of these, 2 for the left, 2 for the right, but they have to be assembled first. So we're gonna do a little prep work by taking part 123 here, and we're gonna glue it right on top, just like this, of 120, and we're gonna do it for all 4. All right. Whew. All right, next up, we're gonna take the left bathhouse front and the left bathhouse back. I'm basically gonna put them together. Tabs and slots all should line up. Right, look at that. Then we're gonna take this, we're gonna throw it on top. This is 139 again. Beautiful. And we're gonna take these pieces that we assembled, one on either side. Gorgeous. And now, this is part 170, and then this is 169, a little smaller than 170. 170 goes on the front. $169 on the back. And there we go. One side of the bathhouse ready to rock and roll. Now we're going to repeat all of that for the right. And now we have true. Now comes the fun part. We're going to put all of this and these onto the base. All right, we're gonna kick things off with the left bathhouse. Now there are 6 tabs and 6 slots. There's 2 slots here, 2 more here, and 2 down here. Those are gonna match up to these 2 tabs, and then the 4 tabs underneath. So, just a matter of slotting it in properly. Let's see how well we do. All right, finally got that thing in. Oh, you might have noticed that I pulled this off. That was actually to assist with getting some pressure from underneath. And I found it much easier to accomplish this task by taking it back apart again. So basically, took the roof off, took the back off, put the front into the 4 slots here. Then I put the back into these 2 slots, which required quite a bit of pressure, which is why I pulled this side off. Got it all the way down, lined it up, and then put the roof back on. It's actually much easier to do it that way than it is to do when it's all together. So, yeah. Now we've got this. And we've got the tabs here and the slots, and these 3 slots here are going to line up with these water pipes. The water pipes are going to go right through them. So, let's see if we can't make that happen. All right, there you have it. Look at that. Water pipes are coming through. Be careful when you're doing this. The ladder here got caught on the lip when I was trying to slide it in, and frankly, I'm shocked it didn't snap off. So just be careful when you do that. Now we're going to repeat all of that for this side. All right, and there we go, both sides in place. Now let's see, I'm gonna go plug this in. We'll test the lighting and the mechanical for the water pipes. Alrighty, here we go. All right, look at those water pipes go. So make sure the other side's going. And they are, look at that go. All right, and now the lighting. Look at that. Gonna give you a close-up of the water pipes real quick. Okay, now I'm gonna turn that mechanical bit off because it's very loud. But take a look at this lighting. Look at this. Oh man. That is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I can't wait to see what this is going to look like completed. But oh my Lord. I can't seem to get a good picture in on that side, unfortunately. So we'll just do it like this. But look at that. That is beautiful. Whew. That is hard work, but it is starting to pay off. I think the completion of the bathhouses, I think, is enough for one video here. So next go around, we'll start working on some of the other little details, and we'll hopefully get that restaurant finished and be done with the piece. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.